Okay, guys, we got some Resident Evil 5 gameplay for you today. I just picked up Resident Evil 5. Let's see, what was that 3-4 days ago? Something like that. And I know I'm a little bit behind the bus on that one. Game's been out for what, 2 years now? Something like that. And I figured it was a good time of year to get it. I mean, my friend wanted me to play it. I've always played Resident Evil games, always really enjoyed Resident Evil. And with Resident Evil 6 coming out at the beginning of October here, it's a good time to kind of get back into these type of things. First, I want to give you a brief history of me and Resident Evil. My first Resident Evil was Resident Evil 2 on the Nintendo 64. And that game scared the shit out of me. I mean, I was a kid at the time, so pretty tough game, but I did beat it. I think I beat it twice on the 64. I never played whatever Resident Evil 3 was. I don't even remember that. But then Resident Evil 4 came out on the PS2, and I picked that up real cheap at GameStop, and this was right before I got my PlayStation 3, I played so much goddamn Resident Evil 4, it was ridiculous. I mean, I beat that game several times over. And Resident Evil 4 was actually one of the reasons, that was the reason, I didn't see why I needed a PS3. Because I was having so much fun playing Resident Evil 4, that I was just like, I'll just keep playing Resident Evil 4 for a while, and then I'll probably pick up a PS3, so I just kind of delayed my getting PS3 just because I enjoyed Resident Evil 4 that much. And Resident Evil 5, so I got my PS3, and I played the demo of Resident Evil 5, and I don't know, I guess I was just kind of burnt out on Resident Evil at the time. I need to take a little break, and now I'm really digging it, man. Me and my friend have already beat Resident Evil 5 one time, and we're playing a lot of it. It's really, really fun. And let's see. Differences between Resident Evil 4 and 5. Okay, so Resident Evil 5 obviously has the co-op, which is handled all but flawlessly. You know, you can trade items, communicate, all that. The co-op is really, really well done. I think that's a really good addition to the series, and it should probably stay in there. A few differences, though. I mean, in the overall game, it's a lot like Resident Evil 4, but this game is so goddamn short. It was ridiculous. I mean, I think our total playthrough was 7 hours. That is a very small game. I mean, that's a short-ass game. That's like borderline Call of Duty length for games. Call of Duty is usually a little shorter than that, I think, depending how quick or slow you are. But really, really short. Really disappointed in that, because Resident Evil 4, oh man, it was a long-ass adventure to play that game. I mean, you knew if you were starting a new game, you were in for at least 20 to 30 hours. At least that's how I remember it. Maybe it was less, but it seems like about 20 to 30 hours, depending how much you explored and whatnot. But yeah, I really wish this game would have been... I mean, with the co-op involved in it, this game should have been a 30-hour game. But maybe they just didn't have the time to squeeze it all in there. I don't know. And you're gonna see this fade to black here, because I'm just, in the interest of time, I'm cutting this whole mission down a little bit, because it was like a half-hour mission total. Now, Resident Evil 4, of course, has a few things I don't care for. One of them being the inventory only being 9 slots. I understand that it's co-op, you know, but I think 12 slots, a 12-slot upgrade for, I don't know, 20 grand or something like that would have been perfect. 12 slots would have been perfect. Other than that, inventory's handled nice. I think like submachine gun, you hold 150 total in a slot. shotgun and rifle is like 30, and I think, what is pistol? 50? That's done really well. I mean, Resident Evil 4 did it in a single player fashion, which was well done. So they had to switch this over more for co-op, but it's not like the game's overly hard, even with 9 slots. It just leads to unnecessary things. Like, you can't... For example, if you're holding a green herb and there's a red one on the ground and you have full inventory, you can't combine that red one on the ground with your free slot or your green one. You'd have to open up an item slot, put that red herb in it, and then combine them. Like, they should have installed that, you know, the ability to combine off the ground. And there's so many drops of ammo and herbs in this game. I guess we did play it on amateur mode to start, so we're going to be cranking up the difficulty. Hopefully it gets a lot harder, you know, a lot less ammo and stuff and drops like that, because Resident Evil should be all about the difficulty of, you know, not finding as much ammo and things like that. It's a reason why I like these games in Dead Space. You know, they make them hard on purpose. So we're going to play through another time on normal, and I want to go to hard eventually, because, or professional, I think they call it, because that's the best way to experience these games. And, you know, this is just kind of a preliminary thoughts video on Resident Evil 5, because I still haven't played it enough to fully appreciate the game until I played all the game modes and whatnot. I like it, though. Apart from it being really short would be my biggest gripe. And the ending gets a little wonky there with the whole volcano. If you've played this game, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I did see a Resident Evil 6 demo footage, and I don't know. I can't say I'm overly excited. Surprisingly, I mean, I'm definitely gonna get it. It very well will probably be a first day purchase for me, because, you know, we'll be all warmed up off this game and definitely want to sink our teeth into Resident Evil 6. So from what I know, Resident Evil 6 is divided into 3 separate campaigns. I think it's Chris, Leon, and the other guy, Jake, is that his name? Something like that. And I'm not sure if you can play as either one of the characters in each campaign, meaning up to 6 different players. I don't know. All I know is it looks like the Leon campaign's more traditional Resident Evil style, which is great, and I really do look forward to playing as Leon for some reason, even though I made fun of him a shitload in Resident Evil 4. Let me know if you guys would like to see a Resident Evil 4 gameplay, maybe even a walkthrough style, because if you do, I'll probably get it, buy it on the PlayStation Store and play it on PS3 and record it and everything. That would be a game I would actually want to do a walkthrough of, believe it or not. That's one of the few games I really would feel like doing a walkthrough of. But Resident Evil 6, the Chris campaign footage I seen, it looked more like fucking Uncharted, and the Jake footage I seen was just retarded. He's jumping around, rolling on the ground, all this fucking jujitsu bullshit. I mean, Resident Evil, they purposely made it so you have to stop to shoot, so your gun, you know, your character's hand kind of trembles and the laser sight moves everywhere, because it was made to be hard and made to give you that terror of fighting groups of enemies. You know, they're not all zombies. I think Resident Evil, they were kind of played out on zombies, Capcom was. They are bringing them back in the Leon campaign, though, I guess. You know, so in Resident Evil 4 and 5, you fight these Gonados, infected people, and, you know, there's the Africans in this game, villagers, and crazy religious people, and military people in Resident Evil 4, and military people in Resident Evil 5, I guess. The enemies in the Resident Evil games are some of the best out there. I mean, boss fights like this, it's straight up fun, and to be able to play with another friend is great. So Resident Evil 6 will definitely be good, seeing as it's, you know, obviously gonna have co-op. I just hope that they're, you know, not gonna really make the Leon campaign short as hell, or, you know, it's all gonna be action packed and less. I mean, there's just a lot less terror in this game. Maybe I'm more and more desensitized but I really did get straight up like terror mode in Resident Evil 4. There's some situations and fights in that game that were so fucking hard. It is just like, it just struck fear into you, kind of like, you know, Dead Space 1. Dead Space 2 did a pretty good job, by the way, so I'm really looking forward to Dead Space 3 at least. But yeah, I don't know, kind of got mixed feelings on the Resident Evil series right now, the direction that they want to take things in. What do you guys think, you know, if you're a Resident Evil fan? I know a lot of Resident Evil fans in the comments I was reading on that video really just kind of fucking are like pissed off about it, you know, about the series should be going deeper into horror and terror than ever before, not leaning towards this action genre of games. And you know, that's kind of a whole another subject I should talk about, is how all games are kind of turning into the same thing. Nothing but action, action, action. I mean, look at Splinter Cell Blacklist. That shit looks just like Resident Evil 6. You know, it's... hate to say it, but a lot of the little Call of Duty ADD children, you know, kind of making games boring. You know, if every game starts playing out the same, it's just all about them getting the money for your purchase. Then, you know, when it's just like any other game. I mean, that was the thing about Resident Evil, is really, really unique, you know. At least we still do have Dead Space. No idea if Dead Space 3 is going to be a, you know, big change from Dead Space 2. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you later.